Hi, it's Ashley Latta here with today's latest Lunch and Learn video. And today, the title of this video is called "It is impossible to get 100% of your patients to say yes to your treatment plans." Let me tell you the reason why I'm saying this. Today, I was very fortunate to be coaching a dentist who lives in Dubai. This dentist bought my books a few months ago and then came back to me and was really keen to do some training with me. Unfortunately, due to the travel restrictions, was unable to get over to Manchester or London for one of my courses. But instead, he purchased my Ethical Sales and Communication course online program. This is an 8-video program that lasts over 6 hours. And he took the course at home. And what I decided to do is I was curious to see if my program would work in Dubai as it did in the UK. So I arranged to have a follow-up coaching call. His name was Tarek. He came on the call and we were chatting and he was talking about his successes. But then he wanted to talk about 1 or 2 consultations that didn't go well. And then I had to tell him, although he's done really well, what you need to accept is that it's impossible to get 100% of your clients saying yes. And let me tell you another personal story of why I say this and how it relates to my industry. Many years ago, I was speaking at an implant conference. After my presentation, I was in the exhibit room talking to a couple of dentists, and this dentist came over to me. He'd heard me speak, loved my presentation, and then went on to tell me about his challenges. This dentist had been placing implants for a year, but in his first year had only placed about 3 or 4 implants. He had many consultations, but had many people not going ahead. Now, as he's telling me this story, one of my clients came over to me and started to join in the conversation and strongly recommended this guy to take my course, and told him all the major benefits that he had in his life. The guy went away and I was now left with my potential client. He talked to me about the program, I told him how much the fee was, and to be honest with you, it was a bargain. For the mistake, the opportunity he was losing, I knew he would get his money back many times over. He then picked up my book and asked me the price of the book, and I told him it was £15. He looked at the book, started reading a few of the pages, put it down, and then walked away and said, "I'm going to think about it." Now, I never saw that guy again, and I know he never came on my course since. So what's the lesson I learned? Well, you cannot get everyone to say yes, because not everyone wants a fantastic course like I offer, and not everyone wants beautiful, white, straight, gorgeous teeth like you offer your patients as well. And some patients don't see what you're offering high enough on their agenda, and it's impossible to convince 100% of your patients. Some patients don't value what you've got to offer as much as you do, and you need to recognize that. And it's all about making sure that when you are in your chair and you're having a consultation with a patient, whether it be face-to-face or now as we move forward in Zoom, you have to make sure it is the right type of patient. And it's the right type of patient who values what you do and who's genuinely interested in what you've got to offer. And that's what I mean by the right type of patient. And what you need to accept is that in all consultations, you won't get 100% of those people. And when I told him this to the dentist, he obviously was a little bit more reassured, because actually he thought it was probably down to some of the things that he was doing. So I hope that's been a really great lesson, and to say that it's impossible to get 100% of people saying yes, and it's all really down to ensuring that you have the right type of patient in your chair who values what you do.